So you're looking for a solid oak table?
Yes.
Okay, well, first of all, do you know how to tell the difference between solid oak and veneer?
No, I don't.
Well, come over here, I'll show you. This is a veneer tabletop right here that we've taken, and we've cut it apart for you to show you the difference between solid oak and veneer. And the easiest way to tell is to take the grain and follow the grain down to the edge. Now, if you look here, you'll see that the grain is going one direction here, and the grains are pretty straight. And you get right here on the edge of the table, and the grain completely changes direction. Now, the reason that is because this is a veneer table. And what they've done is they've taken a piece, when somebody else tells you, and they point right here that this is solid oak, this piece right here very well may be solid oak, because this piece is particle board. But if you look over here, you can see that this is some sort of solid piece of wood. And when they put that piece of wood on there like that, they had to veneer it the other way, and that's why the grain is different directions. But if you look on our tables right here, you come all the way through and follow, and you look all the way down, you'll see that all the grains do match up. Another way you can tell is right here. This is all one piece of wood right here. The table's actually strips of solid oak that are put together instead of there being just one piece, period, so that the table won't warp. Because if you just had one piece of wood right here, it's going to warp. Now, there's some other interesting things about our tables. A rack and pinion gear system, which makes the table easy to open and close. You also have the galvanized steel clips, which are here on the table and also on the leaf right here. This is to give the table a better fit when it's put together, so you won't see a big line right here where the table fits together. It's also got a latch and buckle system for another tight fit on the table and as well as on the leaf. Now, the other thing that's really neat about our tables is the finish on the tables. It's what we call, it's an exclusive bar top finish, which you can only get through us because we make our own tables and there's a patent on the finish. And you can pour really just about anything you'd use every day on the table. You can pour nail polish remover, permanent magic markers. You can draw on them so the kids can use this table every day and not mess up the finish. And finish is also on the pedestal and the legs. Our tables have a 5-year warranty. It's 5 years on the construction of the table, and then there's 3-year warranty on the finish. So you want to buy this table?
Why do you have that stuff written on the top?
Well, that's for the nail polish remover, which I was telling you about. Would you like me to show you that? You can see that comes right off without hurting the finish on the table. Bet you couldn't do this to the table you got at home right now. The color would you prefer this in? The golden stain, which is this one right here, or we had the traditional, which would be the dark on that set over there.
I like the gold.
You like the gold note? 48 inch. This is a 48-inch table right here with a 24-inch leaf.
How many people does it seat?
It'll seat, when the leaf's in there, you can actually get 8 around there, 6 comfortable.
What's your smallest one-leaf table?
Smallest one-leaf table is the 42, and it has a 21-inch leaf in it. And you can seat 6 around that. That's about its maximum you can fit around.
What's your biggest one?
The biggest one? Well, we have these trestle. Well, you want a 1-leaf table or a 2-leaf table?
Oh, just the biggest tables you have.
Well, we have the trestle tables right here, which come in 42 and 48 inches wide. They have 2 21-inch leaves in them, and you can probably get around there about 13 or 14, maybe even 15 people around there.
Anything else about the tables you want to tell me?
No, that's about. What kind of?
You're all.
Okay. I don't do this every day. These are solid oak tables. Okay, now solid oak table versus a veneer table, as you can see, this is what you would find in another one of our competitor stores. And you can tell this is a veneer table just by what the salesman would say is he would point to this right here and say this is a solid oak table. Well, actually, what he's pointing to is a solid oak piece. This is veneer, and you can see how the grain is going, and it stops right there, and then this is a separate piece. Well, that instantly tells me that's a veneer table. Where on ours, the grain is consistently going straight down. You can see that those are solid boards. So this is a solid oak table. Our table sits on a rack and pinion, which makes it easy to push back and forth and take the leaf out. That's all. It's not like the old tables where you have to really push back and forth. Our tables have the exclusive super bar top finish, which means that it will hold up to the alcohol, acetone, steam, citric acid, lacquer thinner. You can actually put a hot coffee pot on this inside your kitchen and not have to worry about leaving a big mark or anything like that. You can see that we put nail polish on these to show you that we can easily wipe this off. And clean it. With nail polish remover. And that just comes right off. Now that will leave just a little bit of a residue, and that's just like with the ladies cleaning their fingernails with this stuff. It leaves a little bit of a residue, and you just wipe that off with a damp cloth with a little bit of soap and water, and it takes the residue right off. As far as general cleaning, that's what you would do, is just clean it with damp cloth and soap and water to take it off. That's all there is to as far as cleaning. There's no major things having to worry about rings, and you can leave water on it.
Does it need furniture polish?
No. No, sir, it doesn't. It comes in three different stains. This is a golden stain, and we have the traditional stain, the dark one over there, and then of course the natural, which is the little 42-inch table over there. As far as what I know about rubberwood is that we really don't know where it comes from. My guess is that it comes from somewhere in the Middle East and it's manufactured in Singapore or something like that. And it's either they use rubberwood and then use veneer to put over it. And as you can see, these chairs almost look just like our chairs, but they're not a solid oak chair. Okay.
Does it cost less or more than ours? Who makes that table, by the way?
This table is made by Great Oaks in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Is that our company? Can you say that?
We don't say
I
that.
just saw the memo on that the other day.
It's Great Oak Products.
Great Oak Products. Okay, that's the name of the company that makes our tabletops.
What kind of a finish is that on there?
This is an exclusive super bar top finish.
Does that table scratch?
It will scratch. It is wood. It will scratch. Just like any other wood product, if you want to throw your keys on it at the end of the day, it will scratch it.
Before I show you the rest of our selection, I want to show you the difference between our tables and other tables. We've cut apart this table here to show you the difference between veneer tables, and our tables are all solid oak.
Uh-huh.
On here, if you watch, the grain should follow through on the edge. This is a veneer table, but you'll see it has a cross grain right here, which that's what you want to look for when you're looking for a solid oak table, as ours, because ours doesn't have that. And again, on the chairs, some chairs you'll see advertised for less, but different competitors. But these do have particle board in the middle, like you can see. And again, with the you have a cross grain. You'll follow the grain, and it'll be a cross grain here. You don't want that. It's not as heavy, it's not sturdy as that goes. Our tables are made in the United States. The Great Oak Table Company, not table, Great Oak Products is the company that makes them, and they are made in the United States, which is good. Same as our chairs. They are solid oak. They have an exclusive bar top finish on them. As you can see, we wrote on our tables to show you how tough they are. This is fingernail polish. I can even use fingernail polish remover on them. When I was 16, my sister ruined my mom's table by doing this. It just melted the finish off of it, is what it did. And as you can see, it's not doing a thing. It's taking off the fingernail polish. They are tough tables. You can use them every day.
Yeah.
They have a rack and pinion equalizer here, and as you can see, it's easy for one person to do it. A lot of times you see two people trying to pull apart a table. Ours are really easy. This is a solid oak plate here that holds us on. A lot of times when these particle board are just cheap wood, and ours is first class. We also have, pull it apart there. These are buckle clasps, and what it does, it holds the leaf in place and it holds it tight. Also, when the leaf is out of it, it pulls the table together. On here we have level clips, and also when the leaf is in place, it levels the top of the table like it says. Also, there is adjusters on the bottom here, so if you have an uneven floor at home, they can be adjusted so your tabletop will be level. We also give an option of the long haul legs compared to the Empire legs on there. How many people did you want to see at your table?
What did you call the finish on the top of the table?
The finish is an exclusive super bar top finish.
Oh, a while ago you just called it an exclusive bar top finish.
Okay.
Is there a difference?
Well, if we call it super because we think it's a super exclusive finish on here, and it's super tough.
So even though you say it two different ways, it's the same finish, right?
Well, we're supposed to say it.
Yeah, you're not trying to trick.
I'm not trying to trick you.
Oh,
right?
okay.
I'm just trying to remember what I'm supposed to say.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, but it is a very exclusive finish. We're one of the few companies that can use it. We're the only one in Indiana, I believe, that do sell this.
What's your warranty again? Would you go through
We
that?
have I didn't say it, we have a 5-year warranty on the table. Our chairs are guaranteed for 10 years, and that's the manufacturer's warranty. If you have any problems, just bring it back to the store.
What does that warranty cover?
Splitting, cracking, as far as mechanical wear.
Doesn't cover the finish?
The finish has, yes, we do have a guarantee on the finish, and it is a 3-year guarantee.
I'm imitating her son.
You're on.
You look for tables today? Tell you what, we've got solid oak tables here at New Antique. Our tables are manufactured out in Oklahoma. They're all American made, and we get them from Great Oak's products. We get them exclusively from them. Nobody else has these tables. You can't go down the street, and they may say that they've got solid oak tables, but they don't have these. Now, all of our tables come with an exclusive super bar top finish. That's why we can write on them with fingernail polish. You can grab your fingernail polish remover. I don't know if you've got a little girl at home or maybe your wife or whatever. Take fingernail polish remover, which does have an acetone in it. We'll take the fingernail polish right back off again. It doesn't hurt it. You will get a little bit of a residue on there, and that's like when we do our nails. We got to wash them with soap and water after we get done, but it'll come right back off again. Also, permanent magic marker. If you've got children at home doing their homework, they get a little sloppy, the fingernail polish remover will also take it right back off again. Set your hot pot of coffee directly on there. Won't hurt this surface. We guarantee this surface for 3 years. It won't hurt it. The construction on the table has a 5-year guarantee on it. If it splits, cracks, or come apart. Anything at all like that is guaranteed. Now, all of these tables come with the rack and pinion gear system in it, which makes it easy to open and close. No problem there. It also has the leveling clips on either side here. And those interlock so that you get a level surface across the tabletop. They also have a buckle clasp on either side, and it's also on the leaf too, so that you can lock the leaf into place or lock the table from side to side into place so that somebody doesn't open it up in the middle of dinner. And there you are with food everywhere. So you don't have to worry that it is easy to work, and yet once it is closed, it can be locked into place, no problem. Now, if someone should spill water on your table, it won't hurt it. You do that on a veneer table, and if somebody doesn't tell you about it, the veneer will separate from the particle board, and then you've got a problem. On our tables, it's like a well-waxed car. You can actually move the puddle of water around, and it's not going to hurt it. You can let it evaporate on there. It won't hurt the tabletop. No problem. Now, our tables come in a variety of finishes. We've got the golden oak right here. I've got a dark traditional, and I've also got natural. Would one of those work well for you?
These tables mean you've sawed them up. They look ugly.
This is a veneer table. You can go get this anywhere, and probably a lot of us have them in our home right now. And we did a cutaway on this table to show you what they've got inside. Now, this is a veneer table, and it's got particle board underneath. A lot of times they'll say, sir, this is solid oak, and the only thing they're going to touch is this little band around there. If you look on the end, it is solid oak. The rest of it is particle board with veneer versus our solid oak table. Now on a veneer table, what they'll do is they'll paint a grain line on the top. You take the grain line and you can follow it to the end. It stops and they've got a cross pattern going here. Now if you look on a solid oak or a solid wood table, the grain line is going to continue right off the end. You take any one and follow it off the end. And that's how you can tell the difference between a veneer table and a solid oak. Now on a veneer table, if someone should take a cigarette and it rolls out of the ashtray and burns it, go out and buy yourself a good tablecloth that you really like, because you're going to cover it up. Now on a solid oak, you can take care of the problem with some sanding and a little staining, and your table's going to look like brand new again. Solid oak table down the road, 10 years, you're changing your decor in your kitchen or dining room, you want to go with another stain, you can strip it down and refinish it with a veneer table, you're stuck with it.
Do I need to have table pads for a wood table?
Now on our solid oak tables, ours, you don't have to, because we've got the exclusive super bar top finish. You don't have to go out and buy an expensive pad or tablecloth unless you want to. That's your prerogative. Now if you go out and buy a veneer table like this, usually you'll see a little sign setting on the table that says, ask me about a custom pad for this table. This you have to protect. Sometimes they can do some fancy work with it, like the Sunburst or Starburst is really a pretty table. But then the salesperson will say, ma'am, you're going to need a pad to cover that up to protect it. So why did you buy it? Our tables, the natural beauty of the oak, use it every day as is. Don't cover it up unless you want to.
Do you have the best warranty in town?
I think that we've got the best warranty in town. I cannot find anyone else that will guarantee the construction on the table like we do for 5 years or the finish for 3 years. The best I've found anywhere on a veneer table or even a solid oak or wood table is a 1-year limited warranty. And generally that is an in-store or that company's warranty. This is a manufacturer's warranty. This manufacturer guarantees the product. That isn't something that we simply fabricated.
I was in another one of the big furniture stores, and they had, they asked me if I wanted a table for the dining room or one for the kitchen. Why did they ask that?
Well, sometimes your kitchen table is going to get more use, where your dining room table sometimes is more of just a decorative piece, something that you don't always use. Sometimes they want to know because of size-wise. Now, we've got a variety of sizes. Like this is a 48-inch table. You can also go with just a 42-inch table. Now, this table as is 48 inches round, but with our tables you have the option of putting a leaf in and expanding it. This table is a good-sized table either for a country kitchen or you can use it in a dining room area.
They seem to think that a wood table was for the dining room, not for the kitchen.
That's because their table is not made durable enough. The finish is not durable enough to use every day in the kitchen. I mean, most people, some people only use their dining room for 2 occasions, Thanksgiving and Christmas. And the kitchen table is every morning, usually at lunchtime. Your back door friends come in, you sit at the kitchen table, you use it all the time. The kids probably do their homework on here. Your kids can do your homework on here. Crayon across the table will come back up. Sit and do your writing on it. If you get ink on the table, it'll come back up. And other stores, their tables are not durable enough for that. They're more decorative than anything. Not practical. Ours are very practical.
How old are you?
How old is that?
5.
Turn around and do count to 20 or something for Frank.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
This is our Windsor style chair. We have several different styles. We have a couple in the Windsor styling. You can also go with just a lower bow back style, which is close to this. A lot of people will call a bow back a Windsor also. You can also go with a press back style chair, which has a pattern pressed into this area. There are probably a couple other ones. We're getting now into the upholstery style chair, so if you're interested in a chair that is upholstered. Now all of these chairs of this styling without the upholstery are solid oak. The manufacturers will guarantee the construction on these chairs for 10 years, which is a long time. Generally out there they'll guarantee them for 1 year, and they're usually not solid oak like these are. The chairs are the same way with the tables, to check to see if they're veneered over particle board. All you have to do is check, take a grain line and follow it off of the end. And if it continues off the end, you've got solid wood boards. Usually you can even see where the difference in the grains are along the edge versus a particle board where the grain line is going to stop. Now on these chairs, you turn them over. The manufacturer uses an epoxy glue on all of the joints, and then he'll shoot a pin into there. You can see the little holes where they shot a pin into each one of the joints. And that's to double check them so that they don't come apart on you. That's why they will guarantee them for 10 years, is because they know that they're not going to come apart, and they're going to last a lot longer than the 10-year period. They also will take the back, they'll bring it all the way through, and they'll split and wedge it like a hammerhead. And now they've also inserted a wood screw here, too, to double check that. It's actually a triple check, if you would. They actually are very proud of their product. They brand their name right on the bottom so you know who makes it. This is a Hall & Son chair. And this chair is a chair that we like to do a strength test on. I'm not a lightweight, but we can show you the durability on it. We will actually stand on it. You didn't hear it pop, it didn't crack. Maybe nobody's going to do that at your home, but they will go to some extremes as far as to lean back in them like this and rock on back chairs. We're all very guilty of doing this. These chairs will stand up to it. Your veneers, particle board, and rubber wood, which is what they're using now, won't hold up to that. They will fall apart on you. These will not. These are tough chairs. And they're just like our tables also. Go with the golden oak, a dark traditional, or even into the natural if you like chair. And this one comes in all of those stains. Some of them don't come in the natural, but I can tell you which ones are which. Another feature of a solid oak chair versus your particle board veneer chairs, you've got what we call like a scooped out seat here. It's contoured into the wood. It's like carving the wood out. That you can do with solid oak or solid wood versus the particle board. You buy a particle board veneer seat, it's going to be flat. It's not going to be contoured because you can't do that with veneer. It's got to be a flat sheet laid on top of flat particle board.
It should be here.
Nobody's done that.
What's that?
Sold any Elliott yet?
Which one?
Is that right?
Which one has what?
I don't kill people so bad.
Anything about this?